I feel like sometimes people think that I just do TikTok or something, that I don't even work hard, or I'm not focused on basketball, I'm just focusing on TikTok or whatever. But
there's been a ton of questionable things come out about him lately, and it's definitely raising some eyebrows. And I'm not gonna lie, it kind of shocked me when I saw some of this stuff going on, and it really got my attention even more when you guys were tagging me and stuff like this, and I noticed it wasn't just 1, 2, or 3 people saying it, a lot of people were saying it. There is a guy who has pretty much become a celebrity within the past year in the high school basketball community. I would also go as far as to say he blew up out of nowhere, and a large part of that, and maybe the main part of that, is because of TikTok. We all know what TikTok is. I don't have to sit up here and explain that. That is the app where you can literally go viral and gain 1 million followers in one day. You can take this how you want, but that is the app where anybody and everybody can blow up. In my humble opinion, 10 million followers on TikTok is about the equivalent to 100K on YouTube. And a lot of people get confused because they think blowing up quick, that's good, it's awesome, and it is awesome in the moment, but it's not sustainable for long-term success. It's hard to gain a real fan base when you gain 1 million followers in 3 days. Many people out there, they're misinformed on this because they think blowing up quick, it's good, but it's actually the slow grind that's better. Because when you're grinding each and every day and you slowly continue to build a fan base, that's when you got a real one. The faster you blow up, the faster you fall off, unless your eyes show speed, and there's some rare exceptions here and there, but like I just said, there are exceptions. But even with Speed, Jadeon, or all these other content creators that have blown up in the past year or two, it's constant growth. Whereas for most other YouTubers, they consistently gain a couple new subscribers each and every day. Speed and Jadeon, they gain 20,000 a day. Anyways, that's besides the point. Getting back on topic with the main character of this video, this young man is arguably the most popular, and I would say he's the biggest social media basketball star that is in high school that's about to go into college. Of course, I wouldn't say he's on the level of Mikey Williams yet or Bronny James, but those two guys, they've been around for the past 4 or 5 years. Like I said earlier, this guy is just now coming onto the scene, and he is shooting up like a rocket. From everything I've saw on him and everything I've heard about him, I don't know if there's a person that dislikes him. Everyone loves him. And that is especially rare when it comes to high school basketball players, because if you're a hooper, you know not everybody's gonna like you. Basketball is a hostile sport, and whenever somebody is a social media star and they have a ton of hoop mixtapes, more times than not, they're gonna have a lot of haters. Look at all the previous people that have had these hoop mixtapes and they've been hyped up, like Julian Newman, Kyrie Walker, just anybody you think of. Not everybody liked him. But this guy, and let me go back on that statement, I think it was naive of me to say he has no haters, but he doesn't have as many, and when it comes to the kids, I think everybody loves him. And it's not a coincidence that everybody likes him. He's just a humble and great dude to be around, and you'll see exactly what I'm talking about later in this video, so stick around. He's a very likable guy. However, with all that great stuff being said, and we've hyped him up, and I don't even think it's hype, I think it's all truth and it's all facts, he's been getting a lot of backlash recently. And I've noticed this, and of course, like always, you guys, you send me DMs, you tag me and stuff, so I peep it here and there, and I appreciate that. There's been a ton of questionable things come out about him lately, and it's definitely raising some eyebrows. And I'm not gonna lie, it kind of shocked me when I saw some of this stuff going on, and it really got my attention even more when you guys were tagging me and stuff like this, and I noticed it wasn't just 1, 2, or 3 people saying it, a lot of people were saying it. Taking it a step even farther, I've also seen articles being written about this, and I've seen people on ESPN talking about this. And when I saw this, I'm like, whoa, 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 hold on, wait a minute. At first, I thought it was complete bullcrap. I was like, man, what is this? Take this off my screen. But then I sat back and thought about it. The more I thought about it, the more it made sense, and I think it's going to make sense to a lot of you as well. I'm extremely excited to get into this video because number 1, we've never talked about this dude on the channel. Number 2, it is going to be very, and I mean very interesting. And number 3, I'm always excited for videos. Come on, man. We've got a lot to talk about and go over, and we are going to dive deep into detail. Real quick though, on one of the previous videos, I said how many new subscribers we can gain, and I'll tell you the next one, and we gained over 1,000. 1,000 from one video, and all I had to do was remind you guys to subscribe to the channel. Look, it's simple. If you like basketball content and you want to see more of it, hit that subscribe button and help us get to 300K. And we might as well do the game. We haven't done it in about a week or 2. However many subscribers we get for this video, I'll tell you in the next one. I'm going to set a crazy goal for y'all. I've never done this on the channel. I've never said it. Let's try to see if we can gain 2,000 subscribers from this video. 2,000 subscribers. Can it be done? Yes. Is it hard? Yes. But guess what? It's free to subscribe. I'm not asking you to pay anything. And guess what? If you decide in a week or two you hate my videos, you can always unsub. You're not in some crazy contract. All right. I know what you're saying, Matt. Shut the crap up, and you're right. Now, without further ado, let's get into it. Was that too loud? Let me calm down. Let's get into it. All right, that's better. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the curious case of Jared McCain. Did that sound cool? It sounded cool in my head. It probably sounded corny. But anyways, yeah, but on a serious note, this is going to be the curious case of Jordan McCain. Not Jordan, Jared McCain. My bad. Why do I want to say Jordan McCain? I don't know, but his name's Jared. I do apologize. Most of you know who this guy is, so I'm going to keep the introduction rather short. He blew up on TikTok. He does a lot of those dances, and he's also a really good basketball player. I believe at this current moment, he is a 4-star recruit, and he might be a 5-star soon. Might as well check for this video. I'm going to look up how many followers he has. What's his name again? Oh, yeah, Jared McCain. Sorry, I get it confused with Jordan. I don't know why. Okay, I'm looking at it right here. He's got 1.6 million followers on TikTok. I think you'd be lying if you said his TikToks haven't popped up on your For You page here and there, because I've seen him about 3 or 4 times. Wait a minute, hold on. It was around this time last year, wasn't it, where he was blowing up and trending because he was at the AAU Peach Jam and he was doing that dance where he goes, yeah, I know it sounds corny when I say it, but it's that song. I can't throw it in there. He's like, yeah, and he's like throwing the thumbs up. Yeah, I think it's that one. How does that song go? And then it says, yeah, and it's like ski. It's like something like that. Yeah, that's how he really got, well, I think that's how he got popular at least. Maybe he was popular before that. I don't know, but that's where I saw him first. I was like, dude, this guy's kind of cool. I liked his vibe. I mean, most of your basketball players are like, hardcore, I got it out the mud and trenches, I'm not doing no TikTok dance. So it was kind of refreshing to see a guy who was chilled and laid back. I also think that's why I personally like this dude, because he doesn't try to proclaim he's from the trenches and he had this hard life. He admits he had a good life growing up, and there's nothing wrong with that. I'm asking a genuine question. Can you please inform me in the comment section, why do people try to proclaim and they think it's cool to have a hard life growing up and you got to get it out the mud? Because to me, that's not cool at all. I'd rather live a rich lifestyle growing up, and that's just me. Hey, if you want to have the honor to say you got it out the mud, go ahead, nothing wrong with it, but that's not me. Growing up for me personally, I would say I was about lower middle class. I wasn't middle class. I wasn't the upper middle class, the lower half. I think a lot of you watching this, you may also relate to this. Growing up, I never had the name brand cereals, and some nights had to eat peanut butter and jelly sandwiches, and some nights, you didn't eat it all. You know what I'm talking about. Occasionally you eat a struggle meal here and there, but for most people, that's not poor. That's just how life is. And I'll try to give you an even better perspective, and this was only a couple of years ago. I was a senior in high school, and I didn't even have a car. I was having to catch rides to school. And the reason I brought that up is because some of the people I'd get rides from, just people I hung out with, people on my AAU team, they would always try to proclaim they had this hard life and they gotta get it out the mud, and they were driving brand new cars and living in the suburbs. And I lived in the suburbs myself, and I'll put it this way, and I think it explains everything. I always had what I needed. I didn't necessarily have what I always wanted. But what blew my mind was I had these friends who were in a better financial situation than my family, and they were trying to act like they had this hard life and they got to get it out the mud. I'm asking you guys, I really am. Can we stop this whole narrative where you got to struggle to be successful? No, how about you can have a great life growing up and you can also be successful? Jared McCain is a perfect and prime example of that, and I am so happy he's embracing it. I'm sure a bunch of you have also seen the documentaries made about Jared McCain. They're all over YouTube. All you gotta do is search up Jared McCain documentary and you can check them out for yourself. In these documentaries, just like I touched on, people have also said what I said, respect for him admitting he had a great life and didn't try to say he was from the trenches. Here's where things start to get controversial though, and I'm gonna let Jared take it from here.
I feel like sometimes people think that I just do TikTok or something, that I don't even work hard, or I'm not focused on basketball, I'm just focusing on TikTok or whatever, but that's really not the case. There's so many hours in the day that I can do to do the TikTok or do my basketball, so I find a way to separate it, and I know when to focus for sure, but that's what people, I think, confuse me the most for.
There we have it from the man himself. We'll touch on that a little later in this video, but I wanted to show you that clip, and let's just say you're going to want to remember that. I'll say this before we go any farther. It's unconventional what he's doing. You don't see many hoopers dancing, smiling, and doing just what he does. And I also believe that's why he does get some backlash, because people hate what they don't understand. Let's move on to this next clip though, and I hope this shows you what type of person he is and his character.
My mom is like a savior. I keep coming back to it, but I can't wait to repay my parents, because my dad's always flying and working, making money for the family, and my mom works also, but she's also driving me to all these places I need to go. She doesn't care, she doesn't complain, makes my food, she literally does everything for me, and I can't wait to repay her in any way possible.
Wow, the only thing I know to say is, for a kid at that young of an age, in this documentary and the clips I'm showing you, this was 10 months ago, he is so wise and so mature. I'm victim of this myself. Sometimes we, and like I said, we take moms for granted. And for me at least, and I can't speak for you, I sometimes forgot that my mom, she's working a full-time job. She always did the laundry around the house, always cooked and cleaned, and we took it for granted, or I did. It was just nice to see Jared McCain give her some recognition and appreciate what she does. I respect that a ton. And I also want to give a major shout out to his parents, because they have raised him the right way. And like I said, you can go check these documentaries out for yourself. They're over like 40 minutes long a piece, and I think there's at least 5 episodes. I could be wrong on that. But I'm going to show you this next clip, and he talks about how hard he works. And I wish I could show you more, but I don't want to make this video 4 hours long. I just hope this goes to prove how hard he works.
I worked out with Shay every day. We'd go downstairs, do homework, then Shay would call me up and we'd do a personal workout with me and him. And that's really where I developed the shot. He got my reps up to where I'm able to shoot like how I can shoot right now. So we kind of did 2 workouts a day. And then my cousin Trayson, he trains a lot of NFL players, so he did my strength and agility. That was 3 days a week, so I do that. I do Shay every day and then strength and agility 3 days a week. And I just was a chubby little kid basically. And then so freshman year came, I would train by myself usually, or with Shannon, our assistant coach at Corona Centennial. I would train with him or by myself in the mornings before school. Or I'd wake up at 5:30, leave by 6, get to school at 6:30. School starts at 7:40. And my first period is basketball. So I basically got to train from 6:30 to like 8:20, I think the first period ends. But every day I went, I had to ask the janitor. So like I had to walk around campus to find him. He's on like a little thing, always doing something with the pool or with the field. So I had to like run around campus, just find him, just to open the gym. That was every morning for freshman year. I'd just be in there shooting by myself, get my own rebounds. And then Monday, Wednesday, Friday, we'd lift, and then we'd have 2-hour practices after.
And I already know you're going to have some people run to the comments and say, oh, well, I go to the gym at 3 a.m. And no, you don't, because guess what? People that say that more times than not, they're not doing it. Because the people that are actually doing it, they don't feel the need to say it. This guy right here is the definition of working in silence. I'm going to leave it at this. Not too many kids in high school would be doing what he's doing or what he did. And last but not least, this will be the final clip I show you. And I love this one because we've talked about this on the channel.
He is in high school and is interested in a girl, but he came to me and he's like, I just can't have a girlfriend, Mom, because I need to stay focused. And it was so important to him to stay focused and not have a girlfriend, which I was absolutely, my husband and I both were shocked. We were just like, who is this kid, but very, very proud that he's got his priorities in order, basically.
Yes! 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 Frick yeah! That is what I'm talking about, and that is what I've been telling you guys for, I've been saying it for a while now. I've said it before, I'm going to say it again. Stay away from girls, grind for the next 10 years, and you'll come back and you'll thank me later. And I always got to say this because there's new people coming to the channel. I'm not saying be a unsociable weirdo. Yes, talk to girls, but I'm saying don't get attached to one. Grind, grind, grind until you get to where you want to be, and then when you get to where you want to be, at the top or wherever that is, then you can have a girlfriend, and that is exactly what McCain's done. And I had to mention that last part because I know somebody's going to say, well, Matt, he's got a girlfriend now. Well, duh, guess what? I don't want to say he's made it, but he's established himself. When he said he didn't want a girlfriend is when he was unranked and he was having to grind. I'm telling you right now, and he would tell you the exact same thing. If he was messing around with girls at 16 and didn't focus on basketball, he wouldn't be where he's at today. Take that how you want, it's facts. I'm not saying stay away from girls and be a weirdo, but don't get attached and focus on your craft. Now that we've covered that stuff, we got to react to a different video, and this is where it starts to get controversial, and yeah, you're going to want to see what this says, but let me get you on the up-to-date with things. In the past year when this documentary and all of this was being filmed, he continued to skyrocket up the rankings. He's getting more famous each and every day, and he also has a freaking sponsorship with Crocs. Yes, you heard me correctly. Jared McCain has his own NIL deal with Crocs. Oh snap, I know this is kind of random, but I'm curious. I wonder how many followers he has on Instagram. Let's go check. Okay, he has 500K. He also has that Croc link in the bio, so you can go buy one, and I'm sure he gets commission. Yeah, $500K, that's a lot. And I'm also glad he got this deal with Crocs, and I hope he continues to make a ton of more money with the name, image, and likeness, and also, hopefully, he gets to the NBA so he can repay his parents. If there's anybody I'd be willing to bet that they're going to give back to their parents and also be smart with their money, it's going to be, why did I want to say Jordan? My bad. It's going to be Jared McCain. I'm sorry for that. I don't know why I want to say Jordan. Matt, lock in! All right, let's react to this video. I haven't seen it. Somebody sent it to me on Instagram and said, yo, Matt, I want to see what you think about this. It's about Jared McCain, and it's somewhat controversial. I want to see your opinion. Sometimes y'all troll me and want to send me BS, and I don't throw it in the video because I'm like, what in the crap is that? But I don't care. If this is like a troll or something, I'm still throwing it in because you're not going to waste my time. You're going to waste everybody else's time too. Without further ado, Matt wrote a clip.
Stop with all the confusion. Jared McCain is a 5-star, and it's long overdue. You know, a lot of people still don't respect him because of the TikToks and stuff, but he's given the best defenses and EYBL problems. He just gave Mocan Elite, if not the best team at all of EYBL, a 30 ball. These are efficient buckets. These aren't force feed. These are get to your spot, I'm gonna get mine type of buckets.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Hold on. Whoever is narrating this, whoever you are, shout out to you because your basketball IQ is up there. Notice how he said, and not too many people talk about this, he's getting to his spots. I applaud you, sir. Whoever made this video, major shout out. I think it's TikTok. Yeah, it's right here. Hardwood Trash Talk. Go follow him. That caught me off guard. He said he's getting to his spots, and if you notice in all these clips he's showing, it's around that mid-range area near the free throw line. Let's continue on though. Maybe he shoots more shots like these in the video.
These are, I've been in the lab. I've been working. Check me out. Kylan left them. Mookie left them. This is, I'm going to put the team on my back. I want to get back to the chip. Mind you, this is on the best of the best, and this is in front of the best of the best. I'm watching him thinking, yeah, he's on one this tournament. He's on one. He ain't out there smiling, joking no more. This is real competitiveness. Look at that. Steph Curry. Ugh. He gave my hometown boys the fit. She gave Durant the fits, too. That's what he does to Kwame Evans right here. Oh, my Lord.
What do you know? Exactly like you said, is getting to his spots. Is that Jordan? Is that Jared McCain's spot? I don't know. Let me know. I think it's obvious that one dribble pull-up or where he's driving, spinning, shooting a mid-range, that's his shot. And then also, are we just not going to talk about that insane Curry layup? That is not easy. I like that video. Whoever sent it to me, I appreciate that. But I'm going to show you these clips in the background. Notice how he's getting to that mid-range spot. I like that because that's a lost art in basketball. Nowadays, you got too many people that are trying to prove everybody wrong and maybe even their coaching staff wrong that they can shoot these deep three-pointers when in reality, if that's not your strength, why are you doing it? I'm sure Jared can shoot three-pointers, but it's clear and evident he's more efficient from the mid-range. And I'm not going to sit up here and lie and try to act like three-pointers are not a vital part of the game because they are. The Warriors won a championship just with threes. But to succeed in the NBA and thrive, you got to get to your spots, whether that's a three-pointer or mid-range, whatever works. Notice how a lot of these NBA announcers, when they talk about Chris Paul, I'm not really a Chris Paul fan, but the dude's amazing, except for in the playoffs, he chokes here and there. His spot is just like McCain's in this situation, that mid-range area. Get to your spots. In this video, it made me love McCain even more because he's not trying to shoot all these half-court threes. He gets efficient buckets, and you love to see it. Whoa. Hold on. Would it really be a Matt Be Great video if we don't check out the comments? Let's see what they got. Now, y'all know the TikTok comment section. It is the most toxic and arguably the funniest comment section of all time. But I don't think there's going to be any jokes here. Let's check them out. Okay, the first one I see says, not going to lie, I was wrong about him. I thought he was very overrated, but he's been a straight bucket recently. And yeah, that's all the comments I'm going to read because all the other ones, they're praising him, and rightfully so. They're just saying stuff like he's a bucket, he's tough, and you know, all that hooper slang. Before we move on, though, I want to roll this clip back. Listen to what this guy said.
You know, a lot of people still don't respect him because of the TikToks and stuff.
He stated that a lot of people don't respect him because of the TikToks. And well, remember the clip I showed you earlier and I said, remember this because we're going to talk about it later? It comes back into play. Matt, give him a refresher. Roll the clip.
I feel like sometimes people think that I just do TikTok or something, that I don't even work hard, or I'm not focused on basketball. I'm just focusing on TikTok or whatever, but that's really not the case. There's so many hours in the day that I can do to do the TikTok or do my basketball. So I find a way to separate it, and I know when to focus for sure. But that's what people, I think, confuse me the most for.
And to go on top of that, and I'm sorry I can't find the clip, I literally spent an hour trying to find it. I guess I just lost it. But Jared McCain stated that in every AAU game or wherever he's playing, someone calls him the TikTok boy. And it's not just people in the crowds, but it's people he's playing against, the guys guarding him. That's nothing crazy though, that's pretty much to be expected. Anybody with a little clout on the internet that plays in a high school sport, people are going to say that. But now here's the main dilemma and the main problem he's facing, and I think a great comparison is like Jake Paul. Jake Paul's the example I'm going to use, but it's for any big time YouTuber. When Jake Paul first started boxing, what did they refer to him as? Not a boxer, a YouTuber. It's hard to get out of that shell, and even now for Jake Paul, people are starting to take him serious. They still refer to him as a YouTuber boxer. He's not just a quote-unquote boxer, he has that YouTube stigma around him where people don't take him serious. I do want to throw this in there. I think people are starting to take him more serious, but it's taken a while to get there. It's just something about that YouTuber stigma. It's like, oh yeah, that's Jake Paul, he's a YouTuber. That is exactly what we're seeing happening and will continue to happen with Jared McCain. I'm going to read you off this right here from an article, and this is what opened my eyes. Jared McCain may have to separate himself in some ways from his TikTok persona. We don't know that, and we could be wrong, but at some point, and this is probably inevitable, if not necessary from Duke, it could be from media or conceivably even TikTok users, people will wonder what he's more interested in. It's not fair, but you can sort of see that coming. And at first, like I stated way back earlier in the intro, I thought that was absurd. But after doing a lot of digging and research, and even come from Jared McCain, he stated that himself. He understands it that people are going to say, oh yeah, well, is he even working hard at basketball or is he doing TikToks? And guess what? Most casual fans and the people that are going to hate on him and say that stuff, they're not going to watch these documentaries, so they don't know he actually works really hard. All they're going to see is these viral TikToks with millions and millions of views of him dancing. And guess what? It is sweet in high school because it's high school sports. Most of these guys he's playing, they're going to be driving for DoorDash in a couple of years. But that step up from high school to college, it's a completely different level. And then from college to the NBA, it's almost 10 times that. I can almost guarantee you in college, McCain is due to have a couple of bad games here and there. It's going to happen. And the same thing's going to happen in the NBA. And guess what the internet's going to do? They're going to bring up the TikToks. They're going to say, oh, well, maybe if he didn't focus on TikToks, he wouldn't have had that bad game and he could shoot better or blah, 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 blah. And I'm telling you right now, it's sweet because things are working. He's dropping 30 points a game in the EYBL as TikToks are blowing up. But I'm telling you, wait till he has one bad game. People on the internet will switch up on you within a heartbeat. They love a hero, but they want to see a hero fall even more. I'm telling you right now and watch, and I hope this doesn't happen, but what if he goes into Duke and he has a couple of bad games to start the season? Oh my goodness, I don't even want to know what's going to happen on the internet. And it sucks, it really does, because like I said, most people, if they watch these documentaries, they wouldn't even say that crap. If they knew who he was deep down, if they knew his character, if they knew everything about him, they would love him. However, that's not how the world works, and most people don't care. They just want to hate. And I'm going to be completely honest, before I did all my research and digging for this video, when I heard the name Jared McCain, I didn't think of basketball player, I thought of TikTok. That's the first thing I thought of. I was like, oh yeah, that's the TikTok hooper. So if I think that, what do you think all these other people that are going to see him play in college in the NBA are going to think? It's the same thing with Jake Paul. You don't refer to him as a boxer, he's a YouTuber boxer. I also kind of feel like he stated, some people don't respect him just because he does do the TikToks. You see him do all these funny TikToks and you're like, dude, how is this guy going to go out there and even give me 10 points and he'll give you 35? Like, it's funny, it really is, because he does all these TikToks smiling and dancing, but when the game's on, it's a completely different person. He locks in. McCain is a definition of the light switch. He knows when to turn it on and turn it off, and that's a great trait to have. Like, I don't understand how people don't think he doesn't work hard at basketball and he focuses on TikTok when TikToks are what, 6-10 seconds? It doesn't even take a minute to make a video. Okay, maybe after you film it and edit it, yeah, but he doesn't do crazy edits. Come on now. Like if he was vlogging a YouTube 15-minute video and editing it every day, yeah, we'd be having a completely different conversation, but that's not happening. Let's get down to business though, and this is the last and final thing I'm going to say. We've seen all these guys over the past 5-10 years, they have these documentaries and hoop mixtapes, and more times than not, 7 out of 10 of them, they're overrated and they flop. They completely fall off the face of the earth and they never even make it to the NBA. But with Jared McCain, and after watching some of his highlights and just seeing the progress he has made, I think this guy is the real deal. Can he and will he make it to the NBA? I don't know how tall he is. Let me go check. He doesn't look too tall. I wouldn't even say he's over 6'4". Okay, pull it up right here. According to 24/7 Sports, I got him at 6'2", 175. not exactly great size or even good size, it's average. I also don't think he's the quickest player ever. He does have those quick twitch abilities, and he's not a freak athlete, so that does hurt him. Yeah, he can dunk, but he's not like a Zion Williamson. He has a smooth game, and y'all may hate me for this, but it kind of reminds me of Chris Paul. They don't play the same, but the smoothness of it. When he's out there running, it is full speed, but it looks like the game is slowed down to him and it's in slow motion. 24/7 Sports does have him as the 23rd best player in the country and a 4-star recruit. Like I stated, he is pushing that 5-star. Let's keep it real here, or at least I'm going to try to keep it real. His height, it does concern me. 6'2", yeah, for high school it's okay, and even for college it's okay, but for the NBA it's below average. I don't even like to make assumption on high school kids when it comes to getting to the NBA, because none of it matters. You're playing DoorDash drivers. I want to see what you do at the next level in college. As of now, though, I'm going to say he has a good chance of getting to the NBA. He's going to Duke, and we'll just see what happens at Duke. Only time will tell. There's one thing for sure. I am wishing him the best of luck, and if there's anybody I want to see succeed, it's this young man. Awesome character, awesome person, just overall awesome guy. I am very curious. Let me know your thoughts on this guy down below. But